So for this video, we're going to be talking about measuring and classifying angles. So first, for just some vocabulary, the measure of an angle is how wide it opens. It is measured in degrees. And since there are 360 degrees in a circle, 1 360th, or 1 degree, sorry, 1 degree is 1 360th of a circle. And so we see a visual here. So we have this ray OC coming out and OD coming out, and we get this angle created. We can find the measure of that angle by subtracting D from C or C from D and having that absolute value there. And we'll get some practice with that here in a minute. Okay, and then there are also 4 types of angles. So that first one is an acute angle. An acute angle measures greater than 0 degrees and less than 90. And a visual of that is that guy right there. So we see it's a small angle. A right angle measures 90 degrees. And those look like this. And they have this little box in there. So we always know it's a 90-degree angle in some of our figures when we see that box there. And a great example of a 90-degree angle in just real life is the corner of your paper. You see the corner of your paper, it makes that angle there. And the obtuse angle measures greater than 90 and less than 180. So an example would be like that. It opens pretty wide. And then a straight angle measures 180 degrees. So a straight angle is just a straight line. Okay, let's go ahead and get some practice with finding measures of angles. So here we're going to find the angle measure, and then we're going to classify the angle. So for this first one, I want to find the measure of GHK. And so I want to use my directions from up here, where I want to subtract the 2 and take the absolute value. And so what I'm going to do is, I see that my HK up here, it's between 60 and 50, so it's halfway between, so that's going to be 55. And then I'm going to subtract it from the entire angle here. And so the entire angle is 180. Remember, I'm taking the absolute value of it. Well, when I do that, 55 minus 180 gets me negative 125. Well, I want the absolute value of that, so that means it's just going to be 125 degrees. And then it says to classify it. Well, which type of angle was going to be 125 degrees? Well, that's between 90 and 180, so that means this one is going to be obtuse. Okay, let's try another one. So now this time I want to find JHL. So I have JHL. And I see that this one's going through 90. So I have 90 minus 180. Well, that's going to be negative 90. Just 90 degrees. And the type of angle that one was a right angle. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try and do that last one on your own. Okay, so for this one you should have gotten 35 degrees, which is an acute angle. So for these, it's important, I recommend just sticking with these numbers below. So like here, that's going to be 90, and between 50 and 60 is 55. Stick with those. You don't want to do one below and one above, or else you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay, that's it for this video. Go ahead and move on to the next one to talk about identifying congruent angles.